What's up guys, LA Gamer here, and today I'm bringing you guys episode 1 of a new series on Madden 16. Not the first thing I posted on Madden 16, as you guys know. I posted the draft champions yesterday, or early this morning, whatever you want to say. But today we're going to actually do a fantasy draft franchise for Madden 16. Now we know we did one for Madden 15, we didn't finish it. But I'm really excited about Madden 16. I'm liking it way more than 15, so I really have no reason why I wouldn't finish this one. We are going to be the Seattle Seahawks. This is just the team that we're going to be for the draft. Of course, we're not going to be using this roster because, of course, we need to draft new players. So, anyways, we are going to be a strategist. We want to get more XP. I'm assuming that we're gonna draft a pretty nice team. So I want to get those XP boosts and try to just upgrade our team as much as possible. I don't really have a name. I'm just going to go with something right off the top of the head, even though this name is horrible. Greg Johnson. That sounds very plain Jane. Nothing special there. Greg Johnson will be the guy's name. It's not like it changed anything. We're not like playing as a player or anything. Our coach's name really has no effect to the actual team. We're only doing this just because I don't want to be Pete Carroll. Nobody wants to be Pete Carroll. We'll just be completely honest about that. And to be honest, I don't want to deal with Pete Carroll's drama. And we'll just go with the assumption that Pete Carroll or he retired or got kicked out of the league, or maybe he just got killed by a Seahawks fan because for some reason he passed the ball at the 1-yard line. All those are very possible stories. We got to make sure that we start at a fantasy draft. We got to make sure that that is where we're at. Let's just make sure one more time. Fantasy draft. There we go. I just need to make sure. I've done this before where I accidentally clicked the wrong thing, and then you have to recreate a whole new league, and it takes forever. And nobody wants to do that. So league settings. I'll just show you guys this real quick, so you know for sure that I am, in fact, playing on all Madden. That way, you guys have no questions as to what difficulty I am playing on, and that way you guys can't really get upset about certain things that happen. So we're going to be on all Madden. The difficulty is not that tough. I've always been relatively good at Madden, but we should lose every once in a while playing on all Madden just because I'm not the greatest at this game. Here's just a little outline. What that video is about to show you, I'm sorry I didn't show it or play the audio or anything, but how this thing works is you'll get drive goals, you'll get game goals, you'll get seasonal goals, all of which are determining how much XP and confidence your players get. A drive goal is a goal that is set for you before every goal, or before every drive, whether it's offense or defense. A season goal, of course, is what the players set themselves or set their goals for the season, and then a game goal is just what they set to achieve by the end of the game. So that's kind of how it works, and that's basically that. So let's just start drafting. I don't want to take too long of a time just addressing kind of the simpler things of the draft that you guys may already be aware of. So we have the 21st pick in the draft. That's not that bad. So let's see who is available. We got Aaron Donald, the complete beast of defensive tackle. Sadly, I just don't think a defensive tackle is what we need as the first pick, especially when we have so much things we need to build around. And oh my, we can get Odell Beckham. Now, of course, Odell would just be great because he is, of course, the cover of the whole entire game. Not only that, we can get Demaryius Thomas, but I would rather have Odell than any other receiver on the board right now. Khalil Mack is a beast on defense, and he would be absolutely amazing to put on this team just because he's so young, so talented. But I think right now we need to go with Odell. I really want to get Jameis sometime soon, and this is my first time doing a fantasy draft, and I made sure that I was going to do my first fantasy draft recorded because I wanted to make sure that my experiences on my first fantasy draft are shared with everyone else, because I don't really know when people get picked, so I have no real clue how this is going to work out. We have Dez, we have Julio. This is crazy, the amount of wide receivers you have up here, but I have to go with Odell just because I think you guys will like watching Odell the most. That's the main reason for getting that. I love Odell myself, but this, of course, I have to be viewing myself in a way where you guys where I'm drafting players for you guys and players you guys would like to watch. So, second round, I'm thinking we might just have to get Jameis Winston, the second quarterback up on the board. There's some other good decent quarterbacks, but quarterback is such an important position, and as people say, it's a quarterback sport, so we want to get a really nice quarterback to build around. And Jameis Winston is exactly that guy. Now, he doesn't give us a contention straight away, but who knows? The guy is a beast, and if he can develop as quickly as I'm hoping he will, we actually could be a contender right from the get-go. So I don't want to doubt that. The cool thing is, after every single pick, it just sims to when your next pick is going to be. This might be the same thing like last year, where halfbacks are completely waited on. So we'll wait a little bit longer until halfbacks start getting taken a little bit. We could get more beast wide receivers, but I just don't think that we need another guy like Brandon Marshall or AJ Green just yet, especially when we have a guy like, I can't think, Odell Beckham, who we can build around. So let's think of more quality defensive players. We got Tahir Whitehead, who's a really nice linebacker. Let's see, we got CJ Mosley. I like CJ Mosley a lot. Nice young middle linebacker. I think we might need to get him. He's really nice. Marshall Yanda is a 99 overall. Wow, but he's a offensive lineman not as important. In my mind, offensive linemen aren't as important as like a middle linebacker or something. So we got to go with CJ Mosley. I think there we're keeping this team really young. I say this in every draft I do, and no matter what game it is, I like young players. It's just what you need to have a really nice team, is having those young guys who you can build around, because when they're developing year by year, and then you just have those, I mean, just if you have tons of young high potential guys and they're developing year by year, before too long you'll have a team that's just filled with 90 overalls. Now of course it might not make us a contender in the first year, but I know within just a couple of years that we can easily be a team that is one to be reckoned with. Let's just say that. So let's see, we can get TY. I like TY a lot, but like I said, I'm just not that concerned about getting a receiver just yet, another receiver just yet. So we can get a nice little pass rusher up the middle with a defensive tackle, but it seems like there's so many left that maybe defensive tackle is just not that important of a position. I think we need to go with the shutdown cornerback though. All the cornerbacks are being taken, and I don't know, I kind of want to see what's going on here. You see Prince McMorris is 26. What is his, oh, this guy's really nice. 84 overall, 23 years old. 91 zone coverage. I like to play the zone a little bit more than I like to play the man. I don't know where he is in perspective of everything else, but there's a lot of cornerbacks being taken. So we'll just get him. We just need to get one good cornerback just in case we're playing another guy who has a great wide receiver, which is really likely because the wide receivers are rated really high in this game. They're a little intimidating, so I need at least one quality cornerback. And now the running backs are starting to be taken. Let's see, Eddie Lacy is 25. Let's see some of these other guys. Jamal Charles is 28, so he's a little bit older. And it seems like running backs always have a tendency to retire a little bit younger than those of other positions just because they get beat up over the years of playing. And oh, Cam Chancellor, you gotta love Cam. Let's just look at the running backs real quick and see what the running back situation looks like. If we don't get Eddie Lacy, is there going to be somebody else that we can get who we really like? Jeremy Hill is a beast. He's a nice young player who we can easily build around. So he's a guy who I would really like to get. Marshawn, of course, is a beast, and Eddie Lacy is probably the best option. I don't know, guys. I think we just need to get Eddie Lacy. He's just crazy, so I need to get Eddie Lacy right here. And then hopefully, more than likely, it's not going to be the case, but hopefully, somehow, some way, Cam Chancellor finds his way not to be picked and will stay on this team. Let's see. Yes, that'll be the case. Cam Chancellor will be a strong safety. He's like 28, or he's 27 right now, but 97 hit power and 87 pursuit. This guy's going to be just tracking down everybody, and if somebody somehow gets into the open field, Cam Chancellor will just pop the hell out of him, and hopefully that can result in a fumble, result in an injury. Of course, we don't like to wish injuries on anybody, but in this game, sometimes it's good to injure some of the better players on the opposing teams. It's not like it affects their real-life careers or anything, so we can just be completely honest about what's going on when we're playing this game. We all know we like it when we injure a guy who's like a 90 overall, and we know we don't have to worry about him for the rest of the game, so I'm thinking about that a little bit. Now, right here, we got Dante Fowler Jr., a nice little young 21-year-old. Now, I'm not that into what the what happened in the rookie draft this last year. I know some of the bigger guys, and that's about it. So I don't know a whole lot about some of these guys, but this guy might be a rookie. He's only 20, what was that, 21? So he's young. Let's get him though. He is just young and athletic. 88 hit power, 89 acceleration, 86 speed, and this is all for what is it? Right in. This guy's, if he gets past the actual offensive lineman, he's going to be running so fast at the quarterback that there just really isn't anything they can do. As long as we work on his block shedding and stuff like that, there's really nothing that the opposing quarterback can do to try to avoid him. No matter, I don't really think there's a quarterback in the league that can scramble around that type of speed. So that's something we got to be happy about. So we didn't get a second wide receiver. I'm not too concerned about it just yet, just because, I mean, there's so many good wide receivers in the league. Worst case scenario, we might need to trade for one at the beginning of the season. I'm not that concerned about trading picks. Oh, I like Brandon Cooks a lot. He is not necessarily who I need to get right now, though. We're looking maybe down a little bit too far. But it looks like all they really have up here are defensive tackles, offensive linemen, all this stuff that I don't necessarily care as much about. So I like Emmanuel Sanders a lot. This is a tough decision. I could get him. Yeah, let's get him. And then we'll worry about getting our slot receiver in a little bit. Of course, Cooks would be a great slot receiver to get, but I'm going to wait quite a bit longer until we get our next receiver, so he'll probably be gone by that time. So let's go to free safety. We've got Hussein Abdullah. He's a little bit older, though. He's 30. Corey Graham, I believe, is a little bit older as well. I could be wrong, though. Yep, he's 30 as well. Ronnie McLeod. Let's see, 25. That's not bad. I'm trying to... They change the ratings every year, so I get a bad idea as to what players did what last season. Because I really wasn't into it. I was into the NFL a couple years ago. I wasn't super into it last season, so I don't have a great idea as to what happened. But the straight Boston guy looks nice and young, good injury rating, so I don't have to worry about that a whole lot. Good hit power, good acceleration, needs to work on his play rec a little bit, but good zone coverage. So I like to have good safeties. That's why I'm drafting this guy right here. So our secondary is really nice. We have one good linebacker to build around, and we have one good defensive lineman as well. Now, that just all in all could create a pretty good defense. Not the greatest. It's always tough to draft a really nice defense. But so far it's looking really good. Now we got PJ Dawson. This could be a really young defense, but it could be really good because this is like one of the highest rated actual right outside linebackers out there, and he looks really good. I really like his stats. Middle linebacker, I'm not super worried about getting our second middle linebacker just yet. And then our left outside linebackers, just not that many great options here. We got Shaq Thompson. This guy looks really good with his tackling. The hip power is not all there, but looks good nonetheless. He probably doesn't fit our scheme though. He's only a 72 overall. So let's go with PJ Dawson. This guy has a little bit of hip power, not quite the tackling, but I think the main thing here with these young guys, you just got to work on their awareness and stuff, and just that in itself will increase their overall so much. And awareness really isn't expensive whatsoever, so it's not tough to work on somebody's awareness. Tight ends, all the good tight ends really got taken. I like Jermaine Gresham in terms of his catching ability. We got Larry Donnell here. He's 26. He's got a really good catching stats, but he's not the greatest runner. Any nice young... I like Austin Safarian Jenkins a lot. We can wait a little bit on him, though. I don't know if it's a good draft or not. Like, I'll be completely honest. Like I said, this is my first time drafting, so I'm not all the way there as to who are the right guys to draft and all that good stuff. So you guys can tell me in the comments below where I messed up and whether you think I had some good picks, some bad picks, and all that good stuff, because I really am curious as to externally what it looks like I'm doing and whether my picks look nice or not. And that's where you guys can really just come in and help me. So we're going to try to get our second cornerback here. Captain Munderland I've always liked a lot, but he's a little bit older. Jeremy Lane's got a little bit of speed there, 25 years old. But Alfonso Dennard, I thought he was younger than 25. Dwayne Gratz, he's young, right? 25 as well. He's got the man coverage, though. He's got the play rec. We'll go with Dwayne Gratz. Now, this wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. We just kind of ran out of time. So that could have been one of my worst picks so far, but I'm not sure. You guys, like I said, you guys tell me below because I'm curious. Oh, Jeremy Hill's so good. He would have still been up there in the 12th round, so maybe the running back, the way I did the running back was wrong. Hopefully Eddie Lacy makes a big impact because I really drafted him quite high. And oh, Kevin White. I love Kevin White. I feel like we need to get this guy as our third receiver now. He's not necessarily a slot guy, 6'3", but this guy is a beast at the receiving position. Oh, I know for sure he was one of the top picks. I think he was 5th pick, something like that. So yeah, let's go with him now. I'm going with the assumption that Cooper was already taken, Amari Cooper was already taken, and with that assumption, that's why I'm going to go with Kevin White. And in my personal opinion, Kevin White may be just as good or not, or if not better than Amari Cooper. I've watched both their tapes, and I think both of them are really talented receivers. Pretty similar guys. I like both of them a lot though, and so you can't really go wrong either way. So now we're going a little bit later. I like Darquez Dennard. This guy, or Dennard, did I say Dennard? Yeah, I definitely did. So this guy's really good athletically, 91 speed, 90 acceleration. That sounds kind of low, but they really did kill everyone's speed in this year's game. Man coverage is at 85, that's not bad if I want to run the man, and then a 92 press. He could be a really good slot cornerback, especially with his size. 5'11", it's not the biggest size, but when you're playing the slot, you're only going to be blocking guys who are usually around 5'9" or 5'10", so it's not that big of an issue. So let's keep looking. We got Randy Gregory up here now. I got a right end, but I did not get a left end. But if a right end's the best thing remaining, then I might have to just get a right end, move him to left end. Let's see, we got Robert Ayers. A little bit. I wish they showed the age somewhere, because some of these guys I think are younger than they actually are, and I don't know why. Even though I should know they're old. So Vic Beasley, this guy's young. This guy's real young. He's got really nice athleticism, but we can get him a little bit later for sure. Let's get a defensive tackle. Let's get our first guy to bolster up the middle. Tyron Walker, only 25. Best guy who fits our scheme in terms of overall. Looks like 82 overall. Jordan Hill, what's his age? 24. I just need to think about this real quick. Speed, acceleration. Yeah, let's go with this guy. I don't know. That was a really quick decision. I gotta be more aware of the time and where I want to pick my next guys. The problem is, this thing skips your next pick so quick that you can't really think ahead of time on who you want to get, what position you want to get, stuff like that. Let's get Brandon Brooks though. I know we haven't worked on our offensive line whatsoever. This guy's got great run block, great strength. He's only 26. Best player in their terms to pick from he's the #1 guy on the board. So no complaints there. Let's keep looking. We can get Shaq Thompson. I really don't know if we drafted left outside linebacker. Yeah, I completely forgot. I really like Orlando Franklin. He's getting a little bit up there in age, though, and that's something to be really concerned about. Because, like I said, we're trying to draft that young team. Left guard, though, is there really anybody else? There's Evan Mathis, but I'm pretty sure, yep, he's older as well, 33. And from there, it's just more run blockers, stuff like that, who I can probably wait on. But I wouldn't mind getting a nice blindside blocker. Those are always important. Ryan Clark, one of the better ones, and I might have to draft one of those older guys right here, because the blindside is so important that I don't want to get destroyed from the back. As Jameis Winston, I want to have a nice healthy year. But David Beck, I have no idea. I'm not even going to try to say his last name. 92 pass block, 83 strength. He should qualify as a nice guy to get Jameis Winston's blind side. Now, his run blocking might not be that good, but I'll just run to the right side more often than not, because the only reason I really got him is, like I said, on passing plays to block or to prevent Jameis Winston from getting completely demolished. Now, Shaq Thompson, he doesn't fit our scheme, but I like I said, I kind of want to change the scheme around anyways. This is the thing about a draft. I don't need to worry about schemes. I just need to worry about players whose stats I like. So let's see if we've drafted a left outside linebacker yet. If we have not, then that's the position we're going at. We have not. So Shaq Thompson's the guy we're getting. Now, everybody's waited to draft him for quite a while now, but I just don't want to risk on letting him go any further, just to kind of bolster that linebacking situation. Now, I prefer to run 2 defensive tackles rather than 2 middle linebackers, to be completely honest. So I like to have my right and left outside linebackers playing more on the zone type areas. So I don't know if we drafted the right guys for that, though. We really need to check that out. So let's check. Shaq Thompson, the zone coverage is 78, so he's fine in that position. Right outside linebacker is a 70 zone coverage, which is not that great, but it can be fixed. So we need a second defensive tackle that we can work with. 90 strength, 90 hit power, nothing wrong there. Akeem Spence, 23 years old. The guy's speed is not that great, but the 84 acceleration kind of makes up for it. Biggest thing he needs to fix is play rec, and that's probably why his overall is a little bit lower than it actually should be. No complaints with that, though. His job will just be to kind of wreck people, and with his hit power, he should have no problems doing that. We got Todd Gurley, who I really like, but we definitely don't need him. We have the one and only Eddie Lacy, so let's keep looking. Dorial Green Beckham, I don't need him either, but a 6'5" young receiver. Man, there's some of these guys I could have waited on and got these guys rather. So here's the things I'm learning about the draft. There's definitely some people I could have waited on. I just drafted a few guys just far too early because I was too excited, and I did not want to let them go. Like I said, sometimes the best thing you learn through doing multiple drafts is when people go, and when you learn that, you know when to wait to draft which person, but I don't know that yet. So basically I just drafted who I liked when I could because I didn't want to risk having them go away. So let's see, any young guys I can get. Just no young centers really, so I might as well just get the best one up there, and John Sullivan. He's 30 years old, but if there's going to be no good young ones, I might as well just get the best center for that spot. We already worked a lot on our defense, so I'm not heavily concerned as to how our defense is going to function. I think we'll be just fine in that part of our team. Now, we've already gone for 18 minutes. I don't think that we need to draft that much more. Have we drafted the tight end yet? We have not, so let's do that real quick. Zach Miller, pretty nice guy. He's a little bit older, though. Let's see, any nice young guys? I mean, I remember I used to like, who's that Bengals tight end? I can't think of his name. I used to like him a lot back in the day. I don't know if he's anywhere to be found, though. Any nice young guys? Please, somebody jump out. And here we go. 24 years old. Just not the athleticism I'm looking for. This guy's got 91 acceleration, 89 speed. Ladarius Green, 25 years old. His catching might need a little bit of work. At least catching traffic and route running. But with that speed, as a tight end, that's unbelievable. So we need to get him. He's going to be just flying past linebacker. So although he can't catch that well, he's so fast he can put himself in a situation where he doesn't need to catch in traffic, because he'll just kind of fly past everyone. So let's keep looking. We have not. I want to keep focusing on this offensive line, because I never focus on offensive line, and it's so aggravating to get sacked over and over and over again. So I really want to get some good offensive linemen. For this right tackle, I care more about run blocking rather than pass blocking. Got a 31-year-old here who's got good run block. Where's the run blockers? Come on. Jeremy Parnell, 29 years old. Come on, there's got to be some nice young run blockers. Where are they? Here we go. Joe Barksdale, 88 strength, 87 run blocking. That pass blocking needs a lot of work, but we have like utility-esque offensive linemen where it's weird because they're not necessarily great at everything, but they're great at one thing. And that's kind of what I'm going to use them for. It's just that one skill set. So let's see. What's the other thing I need to get? I know there's one other lineman. It was the left guard. So let's just get the left guard real quick. We can get a nice little pass blocker in Zane Beatles. He's getting a little bit older though. Donald Thomas, what's his age? 29. Just give me some young people, please. I wish I'm just like I've been saying. I just really wish they showed you the age somewhere around here. Because I don't know a lot about a lot of these people to know what they like to do and what they like to run. So this guy, his blocking just not that good. His stamina and some of his more athletic things are all right, but he's not that great. And St. Beatles is 30, or he's 28. So let's go with St. Beatles. Now, usually I like to get youth, but at a position like the offensive line, I don't necessarily need to worry about freaking age as much as I would at a position that's quality, like a quarterback or running back or wide receiver and things of that nature. So now I'm gonna spend this pick just kind of looking through what I've gotten. I think we kind of quick drafted, and I don't really have any complaints with how that worked because we have basically gotten every position that we're gonna need. We have our 3 cornerbacks or free safety. The only thing left that we need is a left end, so let's just quickly do that, and then the draft will be over. I'll show you guys my team real quick. I know I just kind of did that right there, but still, I want you guys to get a look at everybody and how they fit into our scheme after we fix the schemes. So right ends, any good right ends? Yeah, I like Randy Gregory a lot, so I feel like I just got to get him and move him over to left end, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So Randy Gregory, join the team, join the roster. I think you're going to do just great at left end. It's fine. And then we'll skip ahead in the draft. We can go to the end of the draft. That's completely fine. And it's just going to be simming. Now, hopefully this doesn't take too long. I don't know how many rounds there are in a Madden fantasy draft. I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit of rounds just because football is a sport that requires a lot of positions. But hopefully it doesn't take that long. I know the franchise menus take a little bit longer than they usually do. The menus look really nice, but the simming stuff takes a long time. Something that I've realized, and it's literally my only real complaint with connected franchises here. So there's really no problem with just being a little bit more patient, I guess. And so let's fix our schemes real quick. I'll show you guys the scheme changes just so you guys have an idea as to what I'm looking for in each position. I kind of drafted around the Seahawks team for the most part though, so it's not a big issue. Our quarterback, I'm going to go strong arm just because that's what Jameis Winston is. Now wide receivers, I got more, I don't really want to say I got speed people, but I got balanced receivers, I feel like. I mean, I got Sanders, I got OBJ, and I got Kevin White. So these guys are all really good. I got a nice little tight end. I'm going to go with vertical threat, though, because the guy I got was definitely a vertical threat in terms of the speed. We got a balanced line. Good little, I don't know what our left end should be. We'll just go speed rusher, too, because that's basically what the other right end I got, who I'm going to move to left end, was. Now we're going to run 2 defensive tackles instead of 2 middle linebackers. I'm not sure if I have to change my defense to do so. I don't really know what 4-3 means, 3-4. I know it determines the defensive tackles and MLBs you have. I don't know if 4-3 is 2 defensive tackles or 4-3 is 2 middle linebackers though, so I'll need to figure that out. But either way, cornerbacks, I don't really like run support cornerbacks, honestly. It's just not my thing, but we ended up kind of just drafting around the same ways, but we'll just go balanced, and then free safety, strong safety, and the Spanish. The only reason I'm doing this is because it changes what the players' overalls look like. And then when I'm doing trades and stuff throughout the year, I kind of have an idea that their overalls will be adjusted to what I like. So that's all good and dandy. So now we have a 93 overall OBJ, a 78 overall Kevin White at the 3 spot, and a 84 overall Emmanuel Sanders at the 2 spot. Now Emmanuel Sanders, what is he? He's 5'11". I don't know just yet. We'll keep it just how it is. But if Kevin White starts doing good, we'll just move him on the 2 spot, Sanders at the 3 spot, because Sanders fits the slot position much better than a Kevin White does. Either way, we got a pretty nice offensive line. It could be better, but I think it looks pretty nice. Really good running back, and 98 overall Eddie Lacy, 83 overall Jameis Winston. Ladarius Green, who's now at 80 overall, which is not bad whatsoever. Fonte Leach, who is a good fullback. Now we got Boston, who I liked at free safety. This linebacker position is just decent, but CJ Mosley should be really, really nice. Not only that, but Cam Chancellor is just a beast, let's be honest. So he's a 93 overall. We got Dwayne Gratz, Ben Wikiri. Ben Wicker? I don't know. I'm trying my best, guys. These are some weird names. We got decent defensive tackles. We gotta fix right here. We gotta fix how we're running this right end, because I'm not liking this whatsoever. Is this where I want to do it? Hill. Oh, what position is this guy normally? He is a... I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think it showed me right there, but... we got Gregory... Oh, it's because Fowler Jr. got injured somehow. He tore his ACL completely? How did that happen? Did we even play a game yet? It's preseason week 1. How did he... Did this happen in real life or something? I don't know, but that freaking sucks. So now we have to worry about a... Okay, we're gonna have Jenkins starting as a higher over, but now we have to worry about missing one of our defensive ends. So that's a little disappointing. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if he was just like, if he was partying or something. I don't know if that actually happened. That's weird. But somehow our team decided not to draft a kicker or a punter. This might be a glitch. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to trade or sign in free agency a kicker and a punter. So I don't really think you guys care too much about that, but I'll do it anyways. This video is taking a little bit longer than I expected. I hope you guys don't mind, but we'll just go with this guy, Pat O'Donnell. I'm not going to look at their stats. They're a kicker and a punter. I've never really cared a whole lot about those positions. Kicker, I like Mike Nugent. He's always been decent. So we'll just get him. And now we have a kicker and a punter. So there's nothing to worry about there. And I'll be simming through preseason and doing my cuts in the next episode, and then of course I'll be showing my first game of the regular season. So I hope you guys are getting enjoyed about that, or getting psyched, or whatever you want to say. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please click the like button below. Make sure to comment your opinion of the series and what I do to make it more interesting in the comment section below. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to stay tuned to this series and other series I have going on my channel. Not only that, but comment what you think I did good and what you think I did bad in this draft. Of course, it is my first draft. I probably made a lot of bad decisions, but all in all, I think this team looks really, really nice. So just tell me what you think about that. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.